So this is Nancy Grony. I'm one of the organizers of the Virtual World MOOC course, which starts on August 1st, this coming Wednesday, on the WizIQ webinar platform. And the events of the course will take place in virtual worlds such as Second Life, DigiWorlds, Kitely, and other worlds, as well as on a Moodle installation. You can tell our Virtual World headquarter building is named for Moodle for Teachers, which is an integrating technology Moodle installation. People can sign up for that portion of the course, especially if they can't get into a virtual world, and they can see our videos and read the materials, have discussion forums, and earn a certificate. So Marcia Sue, who you see right here, is a learner who we created for the course of showing you how to get through Second Life and make an avatar and all that good stuff. And what we want to do in this particular video is show you how to change the light of the Second Life interface. And changing the light, the time of day, will be similar in other virtual world viewers, and I think similar as well on other virtual worlds that might be web-based, that might be accessible without a browser. At the moment, the sun is coming up, and there are many times of day or events or activities that you take in where you want to change what's going on in terms of the light atmosphere around you. So you click on World, and you go down to a menu called Sun. And as you see right now, we're using the region settings. When you do that, there's a time period where the light cycles through an entire day and an entire night and then starts over again. So let's change this back to sunrise when it was first starting. So you can see this is the east and the sun is starting to rise. If we stood here and waited for an hour or so, the sun would rise, get to the zenith, and then it would go down in the west. So let's turn to the west. You click on World, and you click on Sun, and you click on Sunset. Then you can tell that the sun is setting in the west, and if you turn back to look at the east, it's just sort of showing dusk beginning to come across the landscape. In Second Life and other virtual worlds, you'll see shadows change and all kinds of things happening depending on how much of the possibilities you're using for the way the interface looks. Now, there are some times when you want to see midnight, and midnight is usually something that people will tell you to do if you're going to a party. And as you can see, it's kind of nifty. There are some trees and other signs and so on that are set up to glow in the dark. There are lights on the buildings and in the buildings that illuminate the landscape. But in general, what you have is a nighttime landscape. I'm going to just pop up a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the impact of being at midnight. When you're on a dance floor with a lot of sparkly lights and beautiful balloons and so on, it's particularly nice. Now, if you're in an activity and you need to be doing something like building, or you're walking through a tour of an installation and you want to see absolutely everything, well, then you really kind of want it on midday, because then you get the brightest normal illumination around you, and you can use that to see what's happening in front of you a little bit better. So I'm taking Marcia Sue up in front of the Chilbo Education Resource Center and General Store for Educators, just because we're going to do a quick tutorial over there on how to get some clothing in the next video. In the meantime, I'm hoping that that was helpful and will be useful to you when you're in World. So that was how to change the sun settings using the main World menu in Second Life. See you soon.